If you live in Santa Barbara, you already know what an amazing place it is to have a dog. But to really enjoy all of it, from the beaches to the trails, having a well-behaved dog is pretty much essential. So today, we're going to break down exactly how to find the right trainer to help you and your furry best friend get there. At the end of the day, the goal here is simple: to make life with your dog more fun and less stressful. When you have a solid training foundation, it just opens up so many doors. You get more freedom, you have more fun, whether you're grabbing coffee downtown or heading out for a weekend hike. Okay, so here's what we're going to cover. First, we'll look at what makes dog life in Santa Barbara so unique. Then, we'll explore different training styles so you can figure out what fits. After that, we'll get into how to pick the right professional, what to expect in terms of costs, and finally, I'll share some fantastic local spots where you can go practice all those new skills. First things first, let's talk about the local scene. You might be wondering why a trainer's local knowledge even matters. Well, Santa Barbara isn't just any city. It has its own unique rhythm and its own unique distractions. I mean, just think about your daily life here. You're trying to navigate the busy waterfront trail with bikes whizzing by, you're dealing with crowds of tourists on State Street, and you might even run into some harbor seals lounging on the beach. A trainer who really gets these local challenges can prepare your dog for success in the real world, right here where you live. All right, next up, let's figure out which training format is going to be the best fit. This really boils down to what your specific goals are, and of course, your dog's individual personality. Let's look at the two most common options. If your dog's main issues are happening at home, things like barking like crazy at the doorbell or jumping all over guests, then in-home training is perfect. You're tackling the problem right where it happens. On the other hand, if your dog is a perfect angel at home but a bit of a handful in public, group classes are fantastic for practicing focus around other dogs and people. And of course, there are other choices for more specific situations. Private lessons give you that one-on-one attention. Day training can be a huge help if you're really short on time. And something like a board and train program is more of an intensive, immersive experience. For really serious issues like deep-seated fear or reactivity, you want to look for a specialist who focuses on behavior modification. So you've got an idea of the type of training you need. Now for the big question. How do you find the right person for the job? Let's talk about what you should be looking for in a qualified and humane professional. Probably one of the most important things to look for is a trainer who uses positive reinforcement. This whole method is about rewarding your dog for good behavior, which isn't just effective, it also helps build a much stronger, more trusting bond between the two of you. Here's a key piece of information. California doesn't actually require trainers to be licensed. That's why certifications are such a good sign of professionalism. They show a real commitment to education. For example, a credential like CPDT-KA, that stands for Certified Professional Dog Trainer, Knowledge Assessed, tells you that the trainer has passed a standardized exam and really knows their stuff. All right, let's get into the practical side of all this. We're talking money, what to expect financially, and the really important questions you need to be asking before you hire anyone. This chart gives you a pretty solid ballpark of the typical costs for dog training right here in Santa Barbara. As you can see, a series of puppy classes is a very different level of investment than, say, a multi-week board and train program. Just keep in mind that these prices will definitely vary based on a trainer's experience and exactly what's included. Okay, these are the must-ask questions for any trainer you're considering. Before you commit to anything, make sure you get clear answers on their methods, their qualifications, and exactly how they plan to tailor the training for your specific dog. And, of course, make sure you understand how you'll both measure progress and what the total costs and policies are. No surprises. So once you actually start training, the next step is to take all those new skills out into the real world. And luckily, Santa Barbara has some amazing places to practice. Hendry's Beach is a local favorite, and for good reason. It's an absolutely fantastic place to work on your dog's recall. That all-important come when called command. The designated off-leash areas are perfect for this. Just make sure you check the posted rules and hours before you head out. Now, for working on polite leash walking, the Douglas Family Preserve is just ideal. The trails have all these natural distractions, other hikers, maybe some wildlife, which gives you the perfect chance to practice keeping your dog's focus on you. Ellings Park is another great spot. The fenced-in dog park gives you a safe, controlled environment to work on social skills. Here's a little tip. Try going during the off-peak hours when it's less crowded.
It's a great time to practice calm greetings and really nail down that reliable recall.
Okay, once your dog has the basics down pat, it's time to head to the waterfront. You can think of this area as the final exam for leash stills. With all the joggers, bikes, and tourists, it's the ultimate place to proof your dog's ability to walk calmly on a leash no matter what's happening around them.
And that's really what it all comes down to, isn't it? Investing in training isn't just about fixing problems. It's about building a better partnership with your dog so that every single outing is just more enjoyable for both of you. So we really hope this helps you get started on your search for the right trainer. A well-trained dog is truly a joy to live with here in Santa Barbara. They become a welcome companion at home, a reliable buddy on the trails, and a wonderful friend to have by your side when you're out with family and friends downtown. Good luck with your training journey.